everybody and welcome. Today we will be previewing the AoE 2 Definitive Edition update 95810, which is a pretty big update. We will have the Mountain Rose DLC, but not only that, a bunch of balance changes, as well as bug fixes, pathfinding fixes, and plenty of more, which I'll be reviewing shortly. So, to sum up, the Mountain Royals DLC will be available a little bit later today on 31st of October. We have two new campaigns in Return of Rome, The Glory of Greece, Voices of Babylon. We have balance changes and pathfinding improvements, as well as other bug fixes based on people's feedback. Okay, new achievement list for the new campaigns, and as well as Armenian and Georgian victory for the new civilizations, and the achievements for the Return of Rome campaigns. Now, we have some stability and performance fixes. Fixed an issue where the game crashes when creating a lobby using restore multiplayer game. Fixed an issue where game sometimes crashes when clicking the return from multiplayer button. Minor bugs, but nice fixes anyway on these ones. Fix some graphical issue fixes for the trees, for the decay animations of some units. Um, you can check these out. I will be going through them one by one. Minor graphics changes. One that makes, actually two that make a little bit an impression are the male woodcutters no longer lack idle animations on all except one angle. That's a really weird bug that I haven't noticed, which doesn't affect gameplay, but it's still nice to have proper animations. And Babylonian Wonder Destruction animation no longer turns invisible close to the end. I haven't noticed that one. This, of course, obviously is in regard to the Return of Rome. And moving on, audio fixed an issue where priest has the wrong creation sound. Maybe the priest had the Age of Empires 2 monk creation sound, which is annoying because the game is called Return of Rome. It is the remaster on Age of Empires 1. And yet we have Age of Empires 2 terrains, we have Age of Empires 2 unit interface, we have so much stuff just ripped out from AoE 2 and placed into Return of Rome, which of course is a topic for another video, but in a nutshell, they have to do a lot other than adding these two original campaigns and fixing some minor bugs. They have to do a major overhaul for the Return from DLC to make it work. Roman units no longer have slightly distorted voice audio. We have some font fixes as well as a couple of minor graphic settings that are introduced. One which makes which is more important, anti-alias UI, select to smoothen graphics in certain parts of the UI on resolutions less or more, maybe. Probably less than 4K, because 99% played on less than 4K. Font changes, symbols have their own icon, army tanks. Added the off and high volume indicators on the narrator volume bar. Another icon changes. All Return of Rome units now have their own icons. Togdi and Cataphract. I got no idea. Unit, is this in Return of Rome or Age of Empires 2? No idea, but it gets its own icon. Toggle health bar hotkey no longer affects idle pointer display. Some Xbox fixes. I don't play Xbox. I have no idea what's going on there. But if you do, you can take these fixes for yourself. Now, we move on to the probably most important fix in my opinion and in a lot of people's opinion, more important even than the new DLC, the pathfinding fixes, which currently the pathfinding is in a really bad state. It has been in this state for a while. Since we had another patch like this that pretty much broke the pathfinding, and they have been trying to fix it in some ways or another, I think this is a very big move in the positive direction as far as fixing this aspect of the game. But we are yet to see. We will see in the following days if these fixes really work. Now, Legacy Short Pathfinder has been replaced by a new algorithm in all game modes, including multiplayer. In previous versions, this was only enabled in single-player mode for testing purposes. Now, maybe the units algorithm will be completely different because of right now they go around buildings, for example, but they don't pick the quickest way. For example, you click for them to for a unit to maybe move out of your base, and the unit picks the longest way possible, and it's really annoying. You have to manually, like the pathfinding is so bad right now, you have to manually click each point of the direction that you want the unit to move. I hope this fixes this problem somewhat. Units controlled by human players now have reduced timeout before attacking new units. This is very important. For example, you have cavalry or melee unit, and you have archers that are being microed against you. And the melee units are in range of the archers, for example, but they don't attack because it takes like half a second to like 1 second for them to touch the archers and then to attack them, which is very annoying, and it makes archers even more powerful and cavalry units so much weaker. And hopefully this will be a good enough fix. Next one, when units attack gates, they now move to the center of the gate. As of right now, the gate has like 3 sections. It has a left pillar, a right pillar, and the gate structure in the center. If you click on the left part of the gate, all your units will attack the left part. If you click the right part of the gate, all the units will attack the right gate. So now, in my opinion, if you click on the gate, the units should by themselves choose according to the pathfinding algorithm which place of the gate should they attack from. Um, yeah, it's a pretty bad bug, and I hope this fixes it. Fixed an issue where units can freeze during a battle after receiving patrol or attack move commands. Fixed an issue where units are being tasked to attack the enemy units of specific class can retarget to enemy units of another class. Now, I'm not familiar how can you instruct a unit, for example, to attack only champions or only crossbowmen. I'm not sure, but hmm, maybe maybe this is when, for example, you attack an enemy's base with paladin, for example, and you are fighting around the base, and sometimes instead of attacking units, they go to attack a mill or some other useless building instead of going for the units first and then going for the buildings. Maybe this is it. Other people have done videos on this subject. It is pretty bad. Um, your units don't go for they just go for the nearest building. Your enemy might have like 10-15 villagers, it might have archers in his base, but your units will automatically just attack some useless building. Of course, without you instructing them. Oh yeah, pretty bad bug. fixed an issue where villagers sometimes go the opposite way after receiving a move command. I have experienced this in a Dark Age, really annoying. Fixes. Fix the regression where Magunel's projectile is ignoring elevation information if the Magunel is deleted before the projectile reaches the target. Now, now this is used by better players than me. Of course, I'm an average player. But what they do is when the Mangonel attacks, after the Mangonel or Yoniger or whatever launches its shot, they delete it and the shot does more damage, which is a pretty stupid. And I think this is a great fix. Fixed an issue where the buildings in the player line of sight are disappearing from the minimap at certain distance. Fixed an issue where farms highlights are visible and clickable through fog of war. I haven't experienced this so far, but a nice fix either way. Fixed an issue where partially scattered town centers do not remain in the fog of war unlike other buildings. This is a very big one. For example, you scout your enemy's TCA in the Dark Age, you have a team game or something, and you see the town center, but then when you move away from it, it disappears and it's no longer seen, and you have to remember where it was. That is because the town center has forced 4 2x2 structures within itself. It's not like that's why you can, so that you cannot build it on elevations. For example, you can build an elevation on a blacksmith elevation, but you can't build a town center. It has the left like wing of it, the right wing. It has the front empty space when you gather sheep and whatever, and you have the big structure in the top. So if you discover one of these 4 parts, it disappears. But when you maybe discover two, I'm not sure how many you have to discover, 2, 3, or maybe even all 4 parts of the town center, and only then it will remain in the fog of war, so on the minimap, and it will remain export. So a pretty stupid bug, and a nice fix. This fixed an issue where wonders do not keep the player alive on conquest victory condition. Okay, campaign. We have some campaign fixes for the scenarios. Can check them out by yourself. I won't be going through all of them one by one. The balance changes. Elite and Imperial Skirmishers bonus attack versus Spearman armor class increase from 3 to 4. And the Janitors, the same, increase from 2 to 3. Attacks against Spearman class. Battle Elephant base movement speed increase from 0.85 to 0.88. Monks. Conversion attempts will now take 1 second to disrupt the current task of a villager instead of instantly inducing team behavior. Monks will no longer retain conversion cycle charges when switching between buildings and units. You can check out the developer here, but in a nutshell, for example, you're building a castle and your enemy has 1 monk, just clicking each one of your villagers, and that way he prevents you from building a castle. Now it will take 1 second to make the villagers flee. And the monks, for example, you have they are converting a building, and then some unit comes to attack them. And when you switch from the building to the unit, the monk will almost instantly convert the unit because it has building up his conversion charge. Because the building takes longer than a unit to convert. Now it will reset after you switch. Very nice fix. Very nice fixes. These stupid bugs. Now the balance changes. I made a video on this, and some other people have done them as well. If you want more detailed a review on this, you can check these videos out. I'll just be going through over this quickly. Celts gain ring archer armor. Japanese cavalry archers plus 2 attack versus archers. The Magyar hussars rework. They cost 35 food, 45 gold. HP increased by 5 for normal. Training time reduced from 16 to 14 seconds. And Corvinian army, which is the price from 35 food and 45 gold to 80 food. The Persian rework is next. Of course, this is a pretty big expansion for the Persians. In my opinion, they will become one of the strongest team and 1v1 civilizations. I'm not sure if they are how stronger will they become, but at least a tier in my opinion, and they will probably be even contenders for the S tier. Now they start the game with plus 50 food and 50 wood. Town centers and dogs have 2 times hit points and work plus 5, 10, 15 and 20% in each age respectively, which is a very strong economic bonus. Cavalry generate 5 gold when killing enemy military units. Party and tactics available in castle. Can build castle caravanserai in Imperial. War Elephant. Yeah, unique units. War Elephant. We all know this. And they have the new Paladin. The new Cavalier upgrade. The Safar. This is the Persian Paladin. You can, like I said, check out my video or other people's videos on this for more details. But it's a pretty powerful unit, a little bit stronger than the Paladin, with less HP. Unique technologies, they Commandaran, this is the trash bow upgrade. The crossbow no longer costs gold, it just costs wood. I'm not sure if this is a new technology or they changed some old technology with this one. But anyway, citadels, castles receive minus 25% bonus damage, arrows replaced with bullets, which deal 4 attack, plus 3 attack versus infantry, plus 3 versus rams, knights plus 2 attack versus archers, elite and normal war elephant attack bonus versus buildings and stone buildings increase from 7 to 10, from this to 30. I'm not sure what this means exactly, but now the bonus damage is 30. Elite and normal war elephant movement speed increased from 0.6 to 0.8. Now with husbandry they are a very little bit faster than archers. And elite war elephant upgrade cost reduced from 1600 foot 1200 gold to 1350 foot 800 gold. Pretty big remake for the Persians. They were needing this because as of right now they are one of the worst civilizations. They are trash and the only thing they're good in are the douche stupid strategy, the town center strategy. Anyway, moving on, boss lose access to guilds. Centurion effect for Romans for faster attacking militia wire reduced from 35 and 33% for normal and elite to 20% faster for both normal and elite. The Saracens, which also get a pretty big remake. Camel units no longer receive plus 10 HP by themselves, but all camel units receive plus 25 HP. The elite and normal Mameluke increase HP is increased, which pretty much means they get the Zealotry upgrade for free, and now they get another unique upgrade. Town, monks automatically heal multiple nearby units. Now, this healing does not stack with individual healing, and monks will heal all units for half the rate they will normally heal a single unit. So if you decide to click an individual unit, the monk will stop healing all nearby units. And swaps get their old bonus back. The farmers bonus is increased from 10 to 15%. A good change because swaps were kinda useless. We have some map fixes on some of these. Pretty minor changes. I won't be going through each one of them. You can check them out for yourself. Random map scripting, lobby, some minor bugs in the lobby system. AI fixes, two pretty minor fixes. Some stuff for the modders, for the scenario editors. That's it pretty much. Very big update. We'll see how not only the new civilizations how they work, but also maybe even more important than this, how is the new pathfinding? Is it finally decent or is it still horrible? At least they're trying to fix it with the developers. Hopefully this time around the pathfinding will be fine. If not, hopefully they'll start working on it immediately because this is more important than any other new civilizations that they cannot. So what's the point of adding two chiefs when 45 of the civilizations don't work properly? And you can only go archers because the cavalry can't even move or attack properly. And yeah, and the other thing is maybe rework the map system. Like I said and other people said, in my opinion, it would be nicer to have more games in the map pool and more bans. Arabia and Arena are nice maps, but they have gotten extremely boring. I mean, let's have some variety and fun from time to time. And I don't mean to have Amazon Tunnel or Black Forest, just some maps that we haven't played, like some hybrid water maps, some migration maps. Not only the simple open and close maps, which we are used to playing every time for 40 years. For 40, excuse me, for 4 years from now. And yeah, and more stuff coming up as well. So that's it pretty much for this date. Hopefully it will work properly. And we'll check it later on today, the 31st of October, when this expansion with the bug fixes are coming out. So thank you for watching. Go check out the new patch when it comes out and have a nice day.